how you doing? This is Tony the Six String Corner, and today I'm going to show you Kid Gloves by Rush off the Grace Under Pressure album, so I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Alright, it should be noted this song starts in a 5/4 time, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how this part goes, so if you can think in terms of 5/4, that would be really awesome. If not, it should be no big deal. I learned this way before I knew what time signatures were. Just try to follow along. I'll do my best to help you out here, alright? This whole thing is down-picked, and this for the intro. And so what we're going to do too is make sure we have a finger assigned to a fret, so everything on the second fret takes the pointer finger, third fret takes the middle, and the ring finger takes the third one. Okay, all right, so let's get close up. The right hand, just letting you know, is all down picked. All right, so we start on the third fret. Open D. Fourth fret on the D. All right. Open D. Second fret on D. All right, so this starts out. And then the second half of it starts on the open A. Open D to second fret. Open D. And then the second fret on the A string. All right, and then you repeat it. Instead here, you're just going to close it with the second fret on the G string. All right, so there's two halves. So think of the first half. All right, so if you can watch my right hand, left hand. Alright, that's the intro. The very beginning, there's a slap back delay that you'll want to add in, and then once the band kicks in, that delay kind of fades off into the background. And it's muted in the beginning. Alright, and then it opens up when the band comes in. Alright, let's go on to the next part. Okay, so now the next part here is a pre-chorus, and the chords you're going to use are bar chords. Use a G major bar chord. A B minor bar chord right here, and then an A major bar chord. So you got G major, B minor, and A major. All right, so your strum's going to be a little bit different each time you cycle through it. So the first time, there's a lot of freedom here, and you probably saw in the intro I kind of did a little extra nuances in there, but the gist of it is that the first time through, there's 3 times around. The first time is going to be some whole beats. G, B minor, and then A major. Just boom, boom, boom. Now you might want to do, you can add a little rhythmic stuff to you want it, but that's the gist of that first part. And then you're going to do a down, up, and it's a D shape chord here. It's actually an A, but it's a D shape. This is way up on the 9th fret. All right, so here's your 9th fret right here, and then here's your 10th fret. You form like a D shape, and then the little finger goes down to press on the 10th fret there on the E string. One time, stop, lift it up, and then stop again. So down, up, just like that. Okay, so the second part, you're going to go to the G, B minor, A part again. The G and the B minor are 2 half beats basically. Or you can go down, up, whichever way you want to go. It's 2 beats on those 2 bar chords. And then on the A, you go, after the B minor, you go 1 time, and then you can do this like sort of reggae thing 3 times up. So you're going to go, and make sure that when you stop, you got to kind of lift your hands up here to kind of stop the sound. It's kind of a mute thing. All right, so it's, I'm sorry, I say 3, 4 times. So put that in context here. Here's the second time through. Then you got third time, which is this. You're going to do the chord, and there's this little ba-da-da while you're holding the chord down. So strings 1, 2, 3. So chord, and see, same thing on the B minor. And then you go to the A, you don't do the chord then up, you just go right to the da-na, da-na, da-na. So watch this. So that is the pre-chorus. Now let's go over to the next part. All right, there's a little connector part there that goes from pre-chorus to the chorus. It's kind of a take on the beginning part, although we're going to do it in 4/4. It's a slightly different arrangement on how the fingers go. Now the right hand's going to be down picking everything, so let me give you a close-up on the left hand. Okay, so it's going to be here. It's going to be 3 on the E, then open D, 4 on the D, 2 on the D. All right, and then the next bar is 2 on the A, open D, 2 on the D, and then 4 on the D. And the third bar is open A, open D, 2 on the D, open A, D, and then you're going to play this A5 like this. Okay, so it's basically like an A power chord right here. So you got the A, sorry, you got the A2, all right, there, and then the little finger comes up on strings 1 and 2 up on the 5th fret. All right, so put that together. All right, so now I'm going to do the chorus. There's different variations on this each time you go through. So you'll have to count how many times you do this. The first time, all the times on the chorus, you're going to go start with an E. So it's going to be like a bass note chord. All right, so the bass note's the lowest note there. And then this chord here, the hemispheres chord. All right, that's it. Technically it's called an F sharp 7 add 11. Haha, good one there. And then an add 9, same thing. Also remember this on the timing of this. I always had to catch myself. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then you go to the D power chord. And then the F sharp power chord. And then you repeat again. And reverse that, F sharp, and then you go back again one more time, the first time into the chorus. And then from there, the first time, the first chorus, you're going to go back to okay, that was the intro. So you come right back to it, to that 5/4. It can be a little tricky, but you can get it. All right, just got to practice that up. The second time in the chorus, you're going to actually play all right, one time here, one time here, one time here. All right, and you're going to repeat that whole sequence again. All right, and then you're going to sit there on that A and let it fade, and the bass is going to boom, 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 boom. You're going to do the chorus at the end of the song too, and it does this, right? You're going to do that the 4 times like I just did, or 2 times, right? 1, this is 1 time. Okay, that's 1. Do that a second time. The third time, you're going to come in, this is at the end of the song now, you go. So you're doing that boom, ba-da, 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 ba-da. All right, so there's a mute there. There's like that little reggae-ish thing. and then back again one more time. All right, and at the very, very end, there's this rhythmic thing. It goes in E. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right, now we're going to do the solo guitar, right? So this one's got a lot going on. It moves quick, too, so I'm going to slow it down for you. Hey, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video and leave a comment below if you got anything to add, anything to say. As long as it's nice. All right, so let's get on to the solo. This solo moves fast. There's no question. It's not going to be the easiest thing to play, but the solo does move fast. There's little nuances here that I'm probably not going to get exactly the way he does it. It's very hard to get exactly the way he plays it, but this should at least get you started. You know, if you got a way to play this exactly precisely, please let me know in the comments how you did it. I'd love to know. We start with... All right, this is that D shape again. So we're over here on the 4th fret. Little finger drops down on the 5th fret on the E string. You're gonna go ba da 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 da, and at that last down, let that ring out, and then this is that A chord. This is that one we did earlier. It's here on the 9th fret, but you're not gonna do the little finger. You're just gonna go ba da da. Same strum, da da da, one da 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 da, and then you're gonna go to. All right, that's just a harmonic. Here on the what is that? The 7th fret. It's the middle 2 strings. I think it's also the 2nd string. So now this next part, and this song has got a lot of that sort of reggae feel to it. It starts out with 2. Okay, so you're gonna start this little riff. So it's just a. Or it could be whichever way you want to play that E, okay? I think it's probably here, but it could be here. Just play the E major chord. And so we can hear those high strings. A lot of this solo really utilizes these strings 1, 2, and 3, okay? So make sure you hear them. All right, and then from there, there's this little riff. Just so you know, on the right hand, everything's downpicked. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of these false harmonics. All right, so if you can try to get that with the, with the gain going. The riff goes like this. So we're gonna skip strings on, we're on the G string, and then open E, and then you're gonna go 3, 2, back to 2. Goes really fast, and then to close that phrase, you're up here on that, back to that 9th fret here, and you're just going to do a harmonic, just probably with the ring finger, and then a little bit of on the whammy bar. Then it comes back to this E thing. So I think what happens here is it's either here or here. It uses the open strings. There's 4 upbeat things going. The first 2, and I think it jumps up to here on that D shape here on the 4th fret. Okay, that's what I think it is. Just do some kind of E thing. You're gonna just play this little lick. Da da da. So you're just dropping that little finger down right here on the 5th fret on that E string again. There's a lot of that going on, as you can tell in the song. So now this next part, 2, 4, open D, G, 4, 2, open, 4, okay? So I think it plays that rough one time. And then I hear a hammer on that D string, 4 to D, and there's like a double hammer on, pull up, here. All right, so I think that's 2 times. Some variation of that. That one could be a little bit off, so that should get you. And then there's this little thing, 1, 2, 3. This is on 4th fret on the G. This is on the 6th fret on the D. So it just goes da 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 da, and then it's a D4 to, all right, to the open. There's a little riff goes on there, and then da 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 bum. You end that little riff there on the 2nd fret on the A. You're going to bar it right here on the 7th fret, and it's going to be on the let's see, the D, the G, and the B strings, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to play this little line. So I play the first arpeggio with what I just ended up with, and then I open the D up, and the 2nd chord I play there, so that's the first one, and then I drop, use the open D, and then I'm going to play, put the little finger here on the 10th fret on the B string. So, all right, so playing the same line. And then I slide up to the 9th fret. All right, I'm going from 12 to 10 there on the B string. All right, and that's simply barring the little finger on string 1 and 2 on the 12th fret, middle 2 with the pointer finger. And then that comes back to the part, this part. Hey, so there's Kid Gloves. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and catch you on the next video, all right? So rock on.